Like damn, she wanna afford to touch me. I say I want it, and she got it.
What's good? It's your boy JayThat'sMe. Let's dive into AEW Dynamite, the 5-year anniversary show from October the 2nd, 2024. This show was not that good. There was a couple cool things that happened, but overall, this was not a good show. So we kicked the show off with the Blackpool Combat Club. Everyone basically was just very disappointed in with Yuta. You know, they're still trying to push him to not join Bryan Danielson, but side with them. And then Jon Moxley says that he's offering Bryan Danielson an opportunity to fall on his shield when he defeats Bryan for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Dream. Okay, that's fine. Moving on, let's listen to our first match of the night. Will Ospreay versus Ricochet for the AEW International Championship. Before the match took place, Don Callis, he was talking to Will Ospreay. He said that the family were about to head out. And then, basically, Tenosuke Takeshita, he has a slimy smile on his face. So you know what's going to happen, right? He's going to cost Will Ospreay the match. In fact, he does. So, like I said before, the first match of the night, Will Ospreay versus Ricochet for the AEW International Championship. This led to a draw. Basically, both guys emptied the chamber. They did everything in the book, you know, all the kicks and flips and dives, you know, poison Hurricane Ranas, you know, no-sell everything and all that jazz. So, basically, this leads us to a draw because the referee counted both guys' shoulders down. So, they ended up restarting the match. They continued to fight some more, and then Tenosuke Takeshita, he runs in and he beats the shit out of both Will Ospreay and Ricochet. And more than likely, this will lead to a triple threat match at Wrestle Dream. And I assume they will probably revisit the Ricochet and Will Ospreay match at either Full Gear or even World's End. So that's probably what's going to happen moving forward. But this is fine, I guess. But do I care about this match? No. It never should have happened this soon. We should have really gotten our first match from these guys, I would say, at World's End. I think that would have made the most sense. You would have had more than enough time to build up Ricochet and build up Will Ospreay and not have them cross paths at all for a while. Maybe you had them cross paths around Full Gear, leading into that build to World's End. That's what I would do if I was booking everything, but it didn't happen, so it is what it is. Moving on. So Mercedes Moné, she's backstage. We get a video package highlighting her arrival in AEW and how she's on a substantial hot streak. A subsequent hot streak in the company. So Mercedes hypes herself up, and then MVP arrives, and he offers Mercedes his business card to have a chat. Oh my God, no! Let's not do this. Let's go after some other black female talent on the AEW roster. Let's go after maybe Queen Ananama, maybe even Athena. You can get her from Ring of Honor, from that garbage. I don't fucking know. Moving on. So, Hangman Adam Page, he attacks the Guns from behind. He beats the shit out of them. Alright, that's cool, I guess. Moving on. So, Chris Jericho, he comes out next. He puts over himself and all the 5-year greatness that he's done for AEW and everything else. Who gives a shit about this? In essence, he basically just wants to fight Mark Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World Championship at Wrestle Dream. So then Mark Briscoe comes out. He continues to jaw jack about basically nothing. Then Jericho says that his brother Jay was better than Mark Briscoe and that Jay could beat Jericho if he was still here. So this pisses off Mark Briscoe. He begins to choke up. He knocks the shit out of Chris Jericho. He says that he accepts the challenge for Wrestle Dream, and he told Jericho to keep his brother's name out of his mouth. He says that the win will be consequential. Okay, that's fine, but do we need this at Wrestle Dream? No, we don't. We could have this either on Rampage, which is going to be canceled pretty soon, or you could put this on Collision. One of the two. I don't really care which one. But this does not need to take place at all on Wrestle Dream, at all. Unless it's on the pre-show, which I assume that's where it's going. I am so tired of Chris Jericho. Fuck Chris Jericho. He is annoying as shit. I'm ready for him to go away for at least a good 6 months to a year. Like, bro, shouldn't Fozzy be doing some touring right now? Like, come on. Like, my God. Ugh. Moving on. So we get a really cool vignette with Darby Allin. He's in the dark somewhere, being in a broken down car garage with a bunch of broken down cars. He talks about having a rough ride on the Metro one time where he felt the urge to stand up to some hooligans who were throwing spitballs at him. He talks about how that reminds him of the situation with Jon Moxley and how he was unable to beat him at Grand Slam. And he'll be in Tacoma for Wrestle Dream, and he's looking for some revenge as he takes his frustration out on the dilapidated car next to him. So he then issues an open challenge to anyone on the AEW roster to face him at Wrestle Dream. This is kind of cool. I dug the promo. The promo was great. Loved it. Darby is great. Darby has all the tools to be the face of AEW if he was not such a damn crash test dummy, and if he actually loved himself more and he actually gave himself self-love, I think Darby could be the face of AEW. And I think if and when Darby gets himself together, he definitely will. So this was an okay promo. Who is this? Who's the person that's going to face Darby? We have no idea. It could be a Miro. It could be a Will Hobbs. We don't know. But Darby has to win. But, you know, this is fine, I guess. Moving on. Hangman Adam Page defeats Juice Robinson. Who cares? Post-match, Hangman Adam Page lynched Juice Robinson, which was cool. And Jay White, who's been out for a while, not with injury, but because Tony Khan had no plans for him at all, period. So he shows up. He got a really good reaction. I'm glad that he's back. And so he speared Hangman through a table, and I assume at Wrestle Dream it's going to be Hangman versus Jay White, which should be fine. Okay, this is fine. But where does Hangman go after this at Wrestle Dream? Where? Your guess is as good as mine. Moving on. So Jack Perry, he's backstage. He's talking to Renee Paquette. He pulls up in the Satanic Mobile. Not really though. That's not what it's called. But the Scapegoat Mobile. He pulls up there, and he challenges Tatsuya Shibata to a match for the TNT Championship. Jack Perry says he'll think about it. He walks off for a second, and then he beats the shit out of Shibata. Okay, that's fine, I guess. All right. Moving on. So this leads us into Britt Baker versus Serena Deeb. This was an okay match, I guess. Not really. Britt Baker gets the win. She wins via the lockjaw. And then post-match, Queen Ananana, she runs down to beat the shit out of Serena D because the two of them are feuding according to Collision. And so Mariah May was involved in this as well. She was just watching from the crowd. All right. Okay. Moving on. We get an awful promo by Hook. So Hook says that he's very angry about his father, Taz, being attacked earlier on today. And he's gonna get some revenge on whoever did it. I am so ready for Hook to go to NXT. I'm ready for it. I hope that come either Wrestle Dream or even Full Gear, he's done with AEW. Is this going anywhere? Probably not, because this is probably going to take place on like Collision or whatever. I don't know. I don't care about this. I really don't. Moving on. So Christian Cage, he's backstage. He's still saying that he's the undisputed, he's the future undisputed world heavyweight champion, basically, for AEW. Who cares about this? I still think that it's probably going to be a triple threat match at Wrestle Dream. I got a feeling that he's going to enter in the Mox and Danielson match. It's going to become a triple threat. And then Mox still wins, and then he just beats the shit out of Christian Cage, where it's just him and Danielson one-on-one, and Mox wins that way. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Moving on. So Mariah May, she's backstage with Willow Nightingale. And so both of them just basically get into a little mini brawl, I guess. Who cares? I don't get it. Moving on. So Private Party, they defeat the Iron Savages in a squash match, and then post-match, Mark Quinn, Isaiah Cassidy, he gets on the mic. He says that he wants to face the Young Bucks and take them on. So Young Bucks, they come out and say, nah, it's not going to happen at all. Definitely not in Pittsburgh. So Jack Perry comes out. He takes out both guys. And then Shibata comes out to make the save. And so Christopher Daniels, he says that there's going to be a 6-man tag on Rampage. Who cares? I don't give a fuck about any of this. Moving on. So MVP, he talked about what happened last week backstage. Prince Nana, he shows up. He interrupts. He talked about how he used to be a wrestler, but MVP cuts him off, saying that that's a complaint. And MVP ends up introducing Prince Nana to the complaint department. And who is the head of that, you ask? Shelton Benjamin. So this is great. And Prince Nana looks shocked. And then Shelton Benjamin, he compliments him on his coffee, and then he walks out. So this is great. This is excellent. I love Mr. Shelton Benjamin. He's fucking awesome. This is really good stuff. I'm looking to see where this all leads. I'm glad that Benjamin is there. So we know that Bobby Lashely should probably come in on Wrestle Dream. So, yeah, really good stuff there. Main event. Bryan Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada. Both titles are on the line. Okada's championship is on the line just for the first 20 minutes. Danielson gets the win via a roll-up, via a distraction from the Blackpool Combat Club. They distract Okada. And this pissed me off because this was a 30-minute overrun. No lie. Like, this really pissed me off. So this was absolutely stupid. So, anyway, post-match, the Blackpool Combat Club, they have a brawl with Bryan Danielson. And then when Yuta, he comes out to make the save with a hammer. He hesitates to hit Mox with the hammer. Then he gets on the mic and he challenges Claudio and Pac to face him and Danielson next week. And then he says that he's sick and tired of Mox and the rest of the Blackpool Combat Club treating him like he's a child. He can make his own decisions, and says that if they want to go after Bryan Danielson, they have to go through him. So we all know that the turn is going to happen next week, which should be fine. AEW is going to be going head-to-head with NXT, not in the first hour, but in the second hour at 9 o'clock. So we know that Randy Orton's going to show up at 9 probably. If not, it could be CM Punk. We don't know. It's going to be somebody from that main roster that's going to show up at 9 o'clock. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. So there's that. So we send our thoughts and prayers to Luchasaurus. He's fighting double pneumonia. So we send our thoughts and prayers to him. Hopefully and prayerfully he recovers from this and he makes a speedy recovery. Sammy Guevara, he was injured during the recent Ring of Honor tapings. So he has a concussion. Don't know how long he's going to be out. We wish him a speedy recovery as well. And also a female talent working with him got hurt too. Lady Frost, she fell on top of the lady. I'm like, damn. So we wish her a speedy recovery as well. Overall, the 5-year anniversary show was okay. I liked a couple things. You know, I liked the Blackpool Combat Club progression. I liked Takeshita getting involved, you know, with Ospreay and Ricochet. Darby Allin's promo was great. I'm interested to see who's going to show up. Could it be a returning guy, maybe a Ricky Starks or a Miro or somebody like that, or even like a Will Hobbs? We don't know. Shelton Benjamin showing up was great. That's tremendous. So we know Bobby Lashely will probably show up at Wrestle Dream. And Jon Moxley, he alluded to Shane McMahon showing up. He said that during his promo, he said that he didn't really want to hurt Bryan. If it was up to him, he would have hurt him and put him down a long time ago. So you know this is all pointing to Shane McMahon coming on in, and he should show up at Wrestle Dream. So there's that. But all in all, AEW, the 5-year anniversary was all right. I'm glad that they got their TV deal. Now it's time for them to get to work. It really is. Tony Khan has a lot of business decisions to make. How's he going to put asses in seats? How's he going to boost the ratings? And so on and so forth. But what did you guys think of the 5-year anniversary? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.